guitar slingers, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be taking you through Trust in Me, which is my arrangement of Kaa the Snake's song in The Jungle Book, which is one of the latest movies to come out from Disney. So it starts off in D minor and it's a bar at the 5th fret. So you have to bar the complete 6 strings, so I'm barring there. And my second finger is on the 6th fret of the B string, and 4th finger 7th fret G string, 3rd finger 7th fret D string. And throughout the whole song, the bass is thumping from here to here like this. That idea runs right through the song. So bearing that in mind, we're going to start the song with index, middle, annular and thumb picking the 5, 4, 3 and 2 strings like this. So the thumb begins, but then the next two is just these 3 fingers together. And then you do the same thing, but the thumb moves up to the 6th string. So I'll do that again. And then you just keep rolling that around for a couple of bars. Then you're going to move on to the singing. So up until that point it's just the guitar, you know, the introduction, it's all instrumental, and then the singer comes in. In this case it's Scarlett Johannson, but in the original I think it was Steve Holloway, like right back in 1967. So here comes the melody. You hold the chord and you're going to be playing index, middle, annular, 3rd string, 2nd string, 1st string. So that comes in with the A in the bass. And when you get to the 1st string, you're going to be using your thumb back on the D, like this. And then you sort of go back into that original opening stanza. So I'll do that again. Now when you get here, you do have the option to play all of the strings, the first 5 strings like this. Or you can just play the D string, the D note and the A note like this. It's really up to you. I've notated it with all the notes, but sometimes it does sound nice with just the bass note and one single melodic note. Or then we're going to shift down to this chord here. So I'm just going to explain the fingering. I'm using my 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the B string and my 4th finger on the 4th fret of the E string. The reason I'm using these 2 fingers is a technique that I've touched on in a few of my previous instructional videos, is the guide finger. So from here, from the D minor chord, I'm using this 2nd finger as a guide finger down there. Otherwise what I'm going to have to do is just either do the chord like that or like that, and it's kind of up to you, but I would recommend following my fingerings that are in my tabs and using the guide finger principle and sliding down like that and then placing your 4th finger here. So the notes you're going to pick is the open A, the open G, the C sharp and the G sharp or an A flat. That sequence sounds like this. I spread the chord like that. It's like an arpeggio. You don't have to, you can block pick it like that, but I just like spreading it so that all those notes can ring, especially this dissonant A flat up here. And then you're going to hold the chord, but you're going to move to the 3rd fret on the 1st string and you can use your 3rd finger there. And then we're going to go back to the D minor, and we're going to be playing the D note on the 5th fret of the A string and the F on the 6th fret of the B string. So now we're here. The same pattern that it was at the start, but this time it's just index and middle playing the D and the G strings. So once again. Here it's going to be a hinge bar, but a reverse type of hinge bar. So hold everything but lift your bar, and we're going to play the A on the E string and an open E first string, followed by 7th fret on the G string. So there we're going to an A 7th chord. First finger on the 2nd fret of the D string, 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the B string. I'm using the guide finger principle once again here. Guide. So there I'm picking open A and the C sharp, followed by the D and the G strings. So it's the same pattern again. So once again there's that thumping bass that I mentioned at the beginning. So I'll just take you through that again. And then here, adding the 3rd finger onto the 3rd fret of the B string and playing an open E in the bass. And then open E first string. And then to a D minor chord. Note that I don't lift my 3rd finger off here. When a finger stays on the same fret, same string, and other fingers move around, that's called a pivot finger. So there's a couple of principles in the song: guide finger and pivot finger. So here, the bass is moving to the open D, and we're doing a melodic note on the 1st fret of the 1st string. So once again, it's that same feel: da, 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 da. I'll do that again. There I'm picking the G string and the B string together. And then same thing with the A and the bass. Then we're going to sneak in a quick G and A flat. So that's going to sound like this. And then we're back to the beginning. Come to the bridge section. This is probably the hardest part of the song because you've got a bar and there's a bit of stretching involved. So here we're barring on the 2nd fret, full bar, and we're going to have 4th finger out on the E, 5th fret B string, and you can prepare this finger a bit early. So you've got the 2nd finger on the 3rd fret of the G string, and you're going to begin by playing the G flat in the bass and E in the melody. So here, the 3rd finger is coming to the 3rd fret of the B string, and you're going to be picking the D string, G string, and B string. And then you're going to release the 3rd finger and pick that note all by itself, which is the 2nd fret B string. Then you're going to move here. This is quite an unusual kind of chord. You've got the 4th finger on the C, or the 5th fret of the G string, and your 3rd finger comes up to the 4th fret of the A string, and you're just going to pick those two notes together. So that sequence so far is, and then back to that C sharp or the D flat that you played a little bit earlier. So here it's back to the opening, which is the G flat and the E. So that sequences. So there I've got the G flat and the E followed by the D and G strings together. So we've got that thumping bass happening again. And then you begin it again. So it's basically the same thing done twice, but the second time round, after this chord, then you're going to go to a B minor chord. So here we're doing the full chord, full bar again. So here we have a B in the bass, 2nd fret A string, and a D in the melody, 3rd fret B string. Once again, picking these two strings in between. Then we're moving to a B flat chord. So here you don't need to do a full bar, you only have to bar 5 of the strings. And you're going to have your 4th finger, 3rd finger, and 2nd finger on the 3rd frets of the B, G, and D strings respectively. So we're going to pick them all. So the sequence here is, so what I'm doing there, I'm going to be releasing the 4th finger and picking the 1st fret on the B string. And then I'm coming to this note here. And then the 4th finger goes back on. I pick that note and then open E. So I'm doing a hinge bar. And then the bar goes back on and it's 1st fret on the 1st string. And then here, this is one of the toughest chords for me to do. I'm still barring. My 3rd finger is here now on the 3rd fret of the B string, and I'm going to be stretching my 4th finger out to the 4th fret of the E string, and I'm going to be playing a B flat, an A flat, D, and another A flat. So all the action here is taking place on the 1st string. So we've got that, and then I take the 4th finger off, then to the 1st fret 1st string, and then 1st string open. And then I do that exact same thing again. Then we're moving to an A 7th chord, and I'm using my 3rd finger as a guide finger to the 2nd fret of the B string, and 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the D string. And I'm strumming the first 5 strings with my thumb. That sequence again. Then it's back to that little motif that we had up here, G, A flat. So that whole bit there is. That's essentially the whole thing. You just do the first part again. You can follow this in my tablature. You do the first part again, and then at the end, when you get to the D minor, so the final notes are open D, and then 2nd fret G string, 3rd fret B string. It's all in the tab. And then the interesting thing is, if you listen to the track quite closely, they actually play an open B as well. Like that sounds kind of weird, but it's pretty cool in the song. That is the end of the song. So don't forget, in the descriptions I put quick links in there for timing. So the way that I'm doing it, every 4 bars you can just click on it. So if you've got my tablature, you can look at my tabs, and then say you're in bar 12, you can just skip down into the description and you can go straight to bar 12. Just makes the learning experience so much easier. So if you've liked my video, please press like, and if you want to receive the tablature with the sheet music, all you have to do is leave a comment and subscribe to my channel, and in your comment make sure you leave your email address and just let me know that you've subscribed, and that way it can happen really fast. I'll send those tabs out to you as quickly as I can. I usually get back to people within a few hours. I hope you have enjoyed my tutorial today. It's been a pleasure posting for all my fellow Gatslingers out there. We're all on the journey together learning the guitar. And once again, let your fingers fly.